We are about to have a conversation that is tough and as hot as my cup of tea. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Iris Irumva, and on this platform, we talk about all things career and leadership development. In today's video, I want to talk to you about one thing that all of us try to avoid, and that is having hard conversation. According to Harvard University, 67% of managers find it difficult to have conversations with people that they manage when these conversations especially are tough. So if you are among those managers or people who find it difficult to have tough conversation, what is it that you should do? I'm going to share with you practical steps that I personally use when I want to have tough conversations with my team members. The first thing I do is acknowledge how difficult the conversation is going to be. I don't try to pretend that it's going to be an easy one. So I would say something like, "Hi, I'm going to have this tough conversation with you, but I want you to stay with me and stay focused on the outcome of this conversation." The second thing that I do is to state clearly what are the facts and what is the outcome. What I mean by fact is by not going around the bush and going straight to, this is what happened and I want to address it because it will help us achieve XY outcome. The reason it's important to state the outcome is because you want to focus on what you want to get out of this conversation. It could be maybe that you want to have a more conducive working environment. It could be that you want to avoid negative clashes among the team, etc. So once you've stated clearly what is the outcome of this conversation, it's very important to now be willing to receive feedback. One thing that I do is, yes, I'm having a hard conversation with someone, but I don't want it to be a one-way conversation. So as much as it's hard for you to share that feedback, you have to be willing as well to receive feedback. Listen carefully, and especially don't try to just bounce back or respond, but rather acknowledge the feedback that you're receiving. And lastly, you want to come back to the outcome. What is it that you wanted to achieve from the conversation, and have you reached that objective? And remember, sometimes having a tough conversation becomes harder than you expected. It's not because you want to have that conversation that is only going to be positive outcome. Sometimes you might have to push back this conversation and finish it another time. So it's up to you to assess the atmosphere and maybe come back to this conversation another time. And lastly, a tip that is very important is keep records of what you've discussed. And something that I do often is write back an email and say, "Thank you so much for having made the time to have this tough conversation. As we agreed, step 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to help you stay focused on the discussion and the outcome that you wanted. Now tell me, how hard is it to have conversations within your organization? Do you have a culture of sharing tough conversations with your team members? If not, tell me why you find it difficult to have this tough conversation. Until next time, keep going, keep growing. You got this. Even the hard conversations